Over 2,000 years ago, ancient Chinese scholars observed the changing patterns in our natural world, the climate, the turning of the seasons, and astronomy. The scholars measured and divided the sun's annual movements into 24 equal parts, creating the 24 solar terms, which were used to govern agriculture in ancient China. Even to this day, this invention still guides the lives and traditions of hundreds of millions of Chinese people. Around the 8th of October, the 17th solar term, the cold dew arrives. The temperature has now cooled down noticeably, and the weather is unpredictable. The Chongyang Festival is one of the traditional festivals for Chinese people to respect the old. People climbed the hills and the mountains and prayed for continued blessings. The lotuses of the summer have all withered. 15 days after the last solar term, the calendar has moved on to the 17th solar term, named Hanlu. It refers to the cold dew as it condenses and almost becomes frost. However, the colder the weather, the easier it is to build up an appetite. And in this autumn weather, as it starts to cool down, the Chinese have a solution, seeking out a special kind of delicious food. Shanghai's Chongyang Temple is packed with people. People come from all over, drawn to Shanghai's local delicacies. These snacks are world famous. The Hanlu solar term is all about unmissable flavors. But if you're not around for these few days of feasting, you'll have to wait an entire year to get the chance again. There are simply too many people. The store was full a long time ago. Like everyone else who got out of bed at a more reasonable hour, I can only stand outside to taste this legendary dumpling. Soup-filled, finely wrapped dumplings have a long history in China. The dough wrappings are first lightly fermented and then wrapped with the fillings. In these steamed soup dumplings, flour, meat and soup become one, satisfying the belly and tickling the senses. Crab soup dumplings are the highest form of the art. The crab roe and meat are selected from the most expensive crabs in the market, mixed with pork, fish and shrimp, and wrapped in a thin and strong flour wrappings. When steamed, they become crab soup dumplings, a rich soup and the delicate yet complex flavor of crab meat. The reason why crab soup dumplings are unique to this solar term is because their most important ingredient, crabs, are at their plumpest and most succulent when the dew turns cold. Cold dew may not be the most beautiful solar term in terms of nature, but it may well be one that is tied most closely to an overload of sensory experiences. And I was surprised to discover connections between China and the United Kingdom in terms of traditional culture. Whether derived by accident or coincidence, I think traditional culture is a common good, transcending the boundaries between nations and eras, able to outlive us all.